This app is free. That game is free. This entire social network, completely free. So how is a free app worth more than some entire countries? Simple. If you're not paying for it, you're not the customer. You're the product being sold. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the ways free apps quietly make billions, the clever trick that turns your attention into cash, and the tiny group of people who are secretly paying for everyone else. And one of these is happening on your phone right now, without you noticing a thing. Here's the secret behind almost every free app. It's not really free. You're paying, just not with money. You're paying with your attention. Every tap, every search, every second you linger on a post, that's the product. The app gives you something fun for nothing, then sells your eyeballs to advertisers for a fortune. Think about it. The biggest free companies on the planet don't charge you a single penny, and yet they're worth more than almost any business in history. So where does all that money come from? You. And here's how fast it happens. The second you open the app, before the page has even finished loading, an invisible auction is taking place in a few thousandths of a second. Advertisers around the world bid against each other in real time for the right to show an ad to you, not people like you. You, specifically. The winner's ad slides into place a heartbeat later, and you never even knew the auction happened. That's why it can feel like your phone is reading your mind. You glance at one pair of shoes online, and for the next 2 weeks, those exact shoes follow you from app to app. That's not a coincidence. That's the auction, running on you all day long. But it goes deeper than ads. Remember those free flashlight apps that ask for your location and your contacts? A flashlight doesn't need to know where you live or who your friends are. It asked because that information is worth money. And it raises the question everyone asks, is my phone secretly listening to me? You say something out loud, and minutes later, there's the ad. The unsettling truth is, it usually doesn't need to listen. Your data already predicts what you want before you say it, and little invisible trackers follow you across almost the entire internet, not just one app. There's even a whole hidden industry, companies you've never heard of, whose only job is to buy, bundle, and resell information about you. You never signed up, but they have a file on you all the same, because the more anyone knows about you, the more an advertiser will pay to reach you. You are the single most valuable thing in the entire business, and you handed yourself over for a free app. Now, some free apps make their money a completely different way, especially games. They're free to download, which gets millions of people hooked. Then they sell you things inside, an extra life, a new outfit, a pile of shiny gems. Here's the wild part. Most players never spend a single cent, but a tiny handful do. The industry literally calls them whales, and they spend hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. That small group quietly pays for everyone else. It's the same reason the game showers you with freebies at the start. It's fishing for the few who'll keep paying. A single free mobile game can pull in millions of dollars in a day. And here's the part that should make you a little uneasy, because their money comes from your attention. Every free app is engineered to hold on to it as long as humanly possible. The feed that never reaches the bottom, the little red notification dot, the streak you don't want to break, none of that is an accident. It's designed by teams who study exactly how your brain works to keep you watching so they can show you one more ad. Every extra minute you give it is another slice of attention they can sell. Some apps then quietly flip you from free to paying. The free version gets you hooked. The paid version removes the limits. Free music with ads, or pay a little to make them disappear. And when you take tiny amounts of money, or just a few seconds of attention, and multiply them by billions of people, you get some of the richest companies in human history, built on apps that never charged you a thing. So free was never really free. You pay with your time, your attention, and your data. And a small army of big spenders covers the rest. The good news? Once you can see the game, you can play it better. Turn off the permissions an app doesn't really need, and you starve it of the one thing it's truly after. Because the next time something costs you nothing, the only question that matters is, if I'm not the customer, what exactly am I? Speaking of things that aren't what they seem, why does almost everything in the shop cost 99 cents? There's a sneaky little reason. That's next.